Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin, and today I'm returning to the first ever stealth camping spot that I ever went to. As you can see, I'm on my way out of the city right now. That's right, I'm walking to this one again. No Ubers for me today. The weather's a little bit warmer and I just couldn't help myself. Gonna be a fun night. I'm gonna try to find my old spot, the spot that I camped at one time, just about a year ago. I don't remember the exact date that I went on this first ever stealth camping trip, but it was right around this, it's within this week, within this 2-week area span of time. So I thought it'd be appropriate to go back to the first ever time I stealth camp and, you know, never look back. I have about 3.5–4 miles to walk. It's gonna be really nice. Although I wish I had picked better shoes. My feet already hurt. I've been walking for like 15 minutes. These dogs are gonna be barking pretty good by the end of the day. I can tell you that right now. Just like last time I went on this exact trip, I'm walking next to the river here, as you can see to my left. I'm gonna walk through a college, and just on the other side of that college is a nice little small plot of woods that I'm going to once again be taking advantage of for the night. A lot of people out today. It's a nice day. It's a weekday. People are going to school, people are going to work, and I'm going camping. Okay, I'm leaving the college campus. Got a lot of weird looks walking through. I'm glad to be getting out of here. In just a second here, I'll be crossing over a bridge that will take me right outside the city. Okay, I'm crossing this pedestrian bridge now. That's gonna take me outside the city. Oh, do you feel that? Oh, I think I'm officially outside the borders, like right now. Glorious. Okay, it won't be too much longer now. I'm almost to home for the night. So it doesn't look like much now, but this is all cleared out here. This was forested last time I was here, and there was a couple more spots where I just came from that used to be forested and are now deforested. So it's got me worried a little bit. Not worried just yet, but I hope the place that I'm planning on going to exists. That'd be great. I think that would be great if it existed. It's starting to quiet down a little bit, which is good for some reasons, bad for others. Oh geez, look at this this old fallen telegraph pole. I guess it's gonna fall sometime. Now is when you have those awkward moments where there's like 1 or 2 other people on the trail that you have to like awkwardly avoid having them see you jump into the woods where you're not supposed to be. You don't know who these people are. You don't know if they're gonna be, you know, be snitches, be rats on you. You don't want to get ratted on. Yeah, all this cleared out over here. I assume it's because of the telephone poles and the telephone poles, like people have telephones, the power lines, good Lord. Whoa, it's really going to be hard to see on camera. I'm on the trail here. These people are probably going to be weirded out, but I have to go see what that is in there. It looks like a 2-story tall bushcraft shelter or something. Let's go check that out. This is a little side path off the path I was just coming up on. It would be kind of nice to camp back here if it weren't so open and well used. Whoa, man. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Good job. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's just a really huge bushcraft shelter. It's got 2 entrances. Man, people definitely camp back here. There's some deer, huge tails, impressive tails. They got poles, variety of poles. Looks like they're downing live trees, that's nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know why I'm ducking. There's no ceiling, really. You got a ice station zebra. Yeah. People are definitely sleeping here. I wouldn't trust the structural integrity of this. Maybe they put a tarp right here, who knows. This is cool. I'm glad I came over to check this out. Oh, they're drinking the Kind. I like that beer. Too bad they didn't take their trash away. Well, this is where I popped in the first time. I just passed a couple walking down the trail, so that's good that they're not coming up on me, you know, already passed. I'm not going in this way this time. Last time, different trail. Anyway, last time that I went down that way, it was a whole thing. I had to go through prickers and swamp just to realize that there's an easier access point just up here a little bit. You live, you learn. Oh, it's so quiet. I love it. Okay, nobody's around. This little trail in here is the way I came out last year, about a year ago. So let's go in this way, save ourselves about a half hour of swampy, painful torture. This also happens to be the trail that somebody was running on and saw me stealth camping last time I was here. That's right, somebody just straight up caught me. I have it on camera. If you want to go check that out. But well, hopefully it doesn't happen today. I wouldn't even say like, oh, wrong time of year, because it was exactly a year ago. So there are people that like to run through these woods. But unless they have swamp boots on, like me, they're not getting too far. Ooh. Yeah. You hear that? That's the sound of freedom. I feel so free. Yeah. There are some semblances of footprints, but I already knew that. Okay, I remember this little bridge here. And on the other side, we should be coming up on where I was camping. All right, is this gonna be safe? No. Let's go. Okay. Starting to look familiar a little bit. Like, weirdly. I've been to this small plot before. Super peaceful. I'm in this very rare birch tree grove. In the forests around these areas, there's tons of birch trees, like in the wild forests. But here, like adjacent to the city, stuff like this is a gold. Get some of this. Let's just get some of this, just in case. Just in case, you know, just in case. Just in case, just in case. I feel like there's a lot more fallen trees back here than there was a year ago. I'm having a hard time identifying exactly where I was. Maybe it was like right here. I'm gonna go down a little bit, see if I can't find anything that looks more familiar, but I think that was that area right there. Just a tree had fallen, so it looks different. Yeah, a ton of fallen trees. This guy is pretty fresh. You can see this one here is pretty fresh. There's a ton more that way fallen. You can see this tree just completely uprooted. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. And now I'm starting to see houses this way, so I don't think I camped up this far. I see another hunting stand in the tree over there. Those things are everywhere. I'm almost certain this is exactly where I camped. My first ever stealth camp right here. I think I had my hammock up between that tree and that tree. And I brought my chair tonight, but I didn't the first time I came here, and I was sitting on this log all night. And the clincher is a charred piece of wood, all that remains of the fire I had that night. Yeah, just a charred piece of wood, nothing else. I'm not sure if I should call this home tonight, considering the first time I camped here, somebody ran past me at at sundown. It was actually a little after sundown. They ran past, and sundown, I haven't looked at the time, but I think it's about 3 hours from now, 3 hours. And it's a nice day. It's a nice spot and a small plot.
It's a good spot and a good plot.
I hear people talking very loudly over in that direction. Yeah, I don't know if this is the spot for me. It might be. Now that I know where it is, I might come back, but I'm gonna look for a better spot, I think. Maybe I won't find one, but I'm gonna look. But for now, I'll at least take my pack off. My back is very wet. Ooh, and guess just walk around for a little bit here. Just gotta putting this right here so I don't accidentally lose it by putting it like on the ground and walking away too far. It's elevated on a log. So if I do find another spot, it's not going to be too far. There's only so many spaces in this forest where I can camp. There's houses right over there, there's houses right over there, and then pretty close in front of me is that trail I came in on where people are constantly walking and biking. Possibly walking right back here. Nice old forest. Looks like this thing is still here. Classy. Okay, well, I think I am going to stay right here in my original first ever stealth camping spot 1 year later. The reason I'm staying here, even though the trail is about 20 feet that way and I was almost caught the last time I was here, is because this forest isn't that big and this is a good spot. I could go that way and camp in a worse spot and they would still see me from the trail. So I guess it's just a cross your fingers kind of night. Yeah, I am gonna chill out here for a little bit. Usually when I get to a spot, I like to set up immediately. I'm gonna hang out here for an hour or so. I have about 2 hours until it gets dark. I just kind of want to make sure there aren't people walking through with their dogs with the appropriate footwear. I tried to dress down a little bit for the walk over here so I didn't sweat profusely like I normally do on my walks. You know. I didn't bring any birch bark because I wasn't sure if I was going to have a fire. I think I'm going to have a fire. And I knew that there was a birch tree right over there that I could harvest from. And I did. I harvested from it. And it's good. It's going to be good. It's so nice out here. I can hear a small personal aircraft in the distance. Occasional just shouts of people. The college is right there. They were gearing up for a game or something as I was walking by one of the areas. For a second, I was positive I heard somebody pushing a bicycle through the woods, but it was actually just the slightest breeze blowing. There's a couple of leaves that just don't fall during the winter that are up there, just enough to kind of sound like somebody's slowly pushing a bicycle through a big puddle. Like it sounded exactly like it. I froze. I whipped out my camera and just started filming immediately to see if somebody came around. Nobody did, and then I saw the leaves. Super glad I brought my chair tonight. This log that I sat on last time is completely drenched and disgusting, and it's got a year's more rot on it than it did, so it's just not a place I want to sit down. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, set up my chair, and kind of just relax for a little while, feel comfortable, and then I'll start setting up my hammock and things like that. All right, let's see what we got. All right, well, on top I have a hoodie for tonight. I might change into this sooner rather than later, get out of this wet shirt. Oh, got a little beverage center here. I'll get into that in a minute. I got my classic super stealthy sleeping pad, which is the same color as this bag. Underneath that is my sleeping bag, just kind of shoved right in there so I didn't have to put it on top and look extra like I was camping. So that shows in there pretty good. This is a 25-liter bag that I fit all my things in here. And in there, just got my non-tarp weather shelter. See right there, weather shelter, not tarp, specifically not a tarp. And then just some extra clothes, some extra socks, some lights, things like that. And that's it for today. Pretty light load, as per usual, but particularly light today. This is kind of like the magic season where I don't need to bring an extra like quilt for my sleeping bag, and I don't have to bring a bug net. So those are two things that I'm glad I don't have to bring. So basically, yeah, just setting up a hammock, putting a tarp over it, and sleeping in it tonight. That's about it. Well, here I am, here we are, sitting kind of right where I was about a year or so ago, doing the exact same thing. I stealth camped a bunch since I had my first outing a year ago. It's kind of good to reconnect with this first little spot. I looked around and not really any better spots. I'm going to be seen from some kind of trail no matter where I am if people come back here. That's kind of what I'm hoping on, is that nobody comes back here. We have not too much longer before it gets dark. So I figured before I start setting things up and like really look like I'm camping, let's break into the beverage center. Today I have the exact same thing I had a year ago when I was here, and that's Citra Dreams from Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. I believe out of Elmsford? Yeah. This is a good one. I even got it from the same place. It's closer to my old apartment that I lived at when I did do my first stealth camp, so I went back there, got this beer. It's kind of like, listen, I like this place. It's a little This place, they got a good beer selection, but it's a little dingy, and there's just, I mean, there's just dirt on the top of all of the cans, just like just black little particles. Fabulous establishment. I'm gonna try to get around the edges here because it's like, yeah, I don't know if the camera can pick up on that. A little, just little dirt, just dirt. It was on the 4-pack holder too. That's actually how I noticed it. I was like, why is this so dirty? And I realized it was on all of the cans as well, just dirt. All right, well, now that that's taken care of, totally sanitary. That just echoed throughout this entire forest. Yep, I remember that. It's been a while. It's been a while, Citra Dreams. I've had it a few times since the first stealth camp, but yeah, it's a good one. It's so quiet. I can hear a train off in the distance. I can hear the expressway. It sounded like somebody just hit the brrrr on the expressway. What's that called? The tread? The something? Lots of old trees back here. This whole area used to just be adjacent to a well-used rail line 100 or so or more years ago. That was there's a couple of old like telegraph lines still propped up after all this time. And yeah, this forest is definitely going through a transformation. Like many other forests in this area, there are many ash trees, which are just, they won't be around. There's not going to be any ash trees in this area in 100 years. There's a invasive species that I'm sure you've heard of. It's a lot of places around. It's called the emerald ash borer, and its literal sole purpose is to just kill ash trees. That's what it does. It just like gets in there, and it's thriving here. It's thriving a little too well. So it's been around long enough to where every year, I don't know, probably hundreds of ash trees in the area fall, if not more, if not thousands. So yeah, give it some time. There will be no more ash trees in upstate New York. Well, it's been a little while, kind of just been relaxing. The temperature is dropping exponentially, and I felt a couple of raindrops, so I think it's time to set my things up. I wanted to wait just a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna. Just in case it does start raining, I want to have my tarp up, and it's getting chilly. I kind of want to start having a fire. It's amazing. It's probably dropped 10 degrees since I've been here. I don't even think I've been here, maybe an hour. Maybe I've been here an hour. It's going fast. It's supposed to drop 20-25 degrees overnight, so I can feel that happening already. I'm gonna set up between these two fine pieces of timber right here behind me. You can see my green shirt, my beacon of, hey everybody, I'm stealth camping, over there, drying because it was so wet, along with my jacket as well. So hopefully nobody walks up on me. I wish I was into shelter building and things like that. There's a huge mound of clay right over here. Corporal's Corner would be having a heyday. He'd be going nuts. Beautiful. A little bit of a break. Not the greatest hang. I would have done well to watch this old video. Maybe I Maybe I would have known this wasn't such a great hang. It's not a great hang. Let's do the test. Well, this part's nice. This part's pretty good. Just gonna hang out here. I can basically go up one more rung on either side. I don't know if that's gonna do it, but that's what I'm gonna do. I guess this is gonna have to do. I would like these trees to just be a little bit farther apart, but I don't really have that option. And there's not really too many options around me. So I guess this is what I have. That's okay. I'm sure I'll sleep fine. Whoa. I know there's plenty of campers out there that do great knots. I know a square knot. That's about it. I'm mostly from the school of tie a bunch of knots and wrap it around the tree a bunch of times. That seems to do me pretty good. Oh, pretty good. It's a fine ridge line. I'm impressing even myself. I guess one kind of relief about having my green shirt be a beacon over there is that there are actually a ton of trees around here that are marked with the exact same shade of green, just a mark on the tree. I think I noticed it last time I was here. I have no idea why. Usually when you mark trees, it's like, hey, we're gonna cut these trees down, or hey, we're gonna save these trees out of ones that are getting cut down. There's no action back here. This is just a random woods. You couldn't even get a vehicle back here. So no clue what those are. But anyway, I'm blending right in. Okay, time to put up my weather shelter here. One thing I noticed last time I was putting it away, I want to get you guys' opinion on this. Let me get some opinions down in the comments. So on the inside, there's this thing that runs down, there we go, the middle. You can kind of see it. It's like a little bit different material. This right here, it's a little bit lighter. It's starting to come off just right here at the edge. See, it's like this, and it's coming off very easily. Like if I wanted to right now, I could go and just easily take it off. I don't want that to happen, but I'm not really sure exactly what purpose this serves. Is that because this isn't waterproof without this strip? Or is this strip just there? Like, was I supposed to rip this off like when I got the tarp because it's just whatever? Let me know in the comments. This is the Kamek Coolie weather shelter, Kamek Coolie UL. It's the ultralight version. I certainly don't want this tarp to drip on me if this is in fact the case, that it's not waterproof without this. But I think that would be a little not the greatest quality. This is an expensive tarp. Yep, okay. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay, someone or something is real close. Keep hearing sounds like walking or sticks breaking, and I just heard a big crash, like a big branch breaking. Kind of sounded like it was from this direction, but it's really tough to tell in the woods. Things echo around. That's the problem with camping in places where you're surrounded by houses. You never know when the people that live there might just take a little stroll on a nice weather day after work or something. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. It was probably just a deer. There's certainly enough evidence of deer. There's certainly a lot of evidence that deer are here. So we're set up. If somebody decides to walk back here right now, it's going to be pretty obvious what I'm doing. So may as well embrace it. I'm going to start gathering wood to get a fire going. The temperature is just dropping. I'm getting chilly. I'm getting a little hungry. I don't need the fire to cook. but I just want everything to be kind of in place when I do start eating pretty soon. My very luxurious meal. You know me, I always have the most luxurious, complicated meals, and today is no different. I don't know what that was. It's hard to tell. It sounded like a human voice, but also there's so many birds. A lot of Canadian geese. And the Canadian goose honk sounds like bicycle brakes, like squeaky bicycle brakes. Like, so every time I hear one, I'm like, who's there? Who's braking their bicycle? That did sound like a human voice, though, pretty close. I am right next to a park, a big bunch of fields, walking trails, things like that. Thankfully, it's on the other side of a creek that runs through here, so I'm not worried about anybody from this direction coming back. Even if they saw me, they couldn't come back and mess with me. But they won't see me. There's what sounds to be a beagle barking, getting closer. That could be in someone's yard over there. But that was abrupt. I think I'm just extra on edge back here, other than the fact that I'm not supposed to be here camping, but that I have been caught here before, or I have been seen. Nothing really came of it. I just have been seen. So I'm just extra on alert, because maybe next time, you know, I won't be so lucky. Okay, time to get this fire lit. The temperature's dropping, not too bad, but I think it's time to get this going. I have this birch bark here that I found right over there. I love harvesting fresh from the vine birch bark. You don't get this anywhere else, folks. So here we go. Already screwing it up. Oh, it's going up so good. Oh yeah. Look at that. Come on now. Smells so good. That is great. Already feeling these hot BTUs. Yeah, definitely some moisture in here. I think the camera can see the immediate smoke and steam coming off of this. I am very close to this flame, but it's like not that bad. There is a ton of great dry wood. I guess one small positive of all the ash trees dying in this region, ash trees are a hardwood, so there's just a lot of nice hardwood. Even this old nasty thing is hard as the dickens. So hard, this wood. Can't even break it on my knee. And there you have a fire. Okay, well, I've got the fire started here. Let's take a little walk around. Just want to see how stealthy I am or am not. And considering how open this woods is, I'm gonna wager that there's not going to be a spot anywhere in here that I'm not going to be able to see my camp. But let's just walk over here just for the sake of it, huh? Oh, look, a tree. Okay, so now that we're here, I can barely see it. Okay, how about from this angle? Equally as stealthy. Okay, I am now on the trail. I grabbed this stick somewhere along the way. I think that's the most obvious thing in the world. I gotta say, in the campsite, when I'm here in it, it's pretty stealthy. I feel pretty stealthy. I don't think anyone's gonna see me. It was right about this time at night, about 7:10 p.m. when I heard just the lowest volume of music, tinny music from a cell phone, like I just hear it coming, and all of a sudden the vocals come in. I was like, oh my gosh, there's music just coming, and then I see this guy had I can't even remember the color. I want to say like fluorescent green or something. Maybe it was a white shirt. I don't know, it was some bright color running. I was like, oh geez. I was just kind of looking at him, and as he was jogging, he like looked over, and I scared him. He was like, oh, like he made like an audible, like he did not expect to see me at all, let alone like a setup I had a campfire going and everything. He was like he was like an audible, oh, and then I was like, hey, sorry man, didn't mean to scare you, and he just kept running. And then like I pulled my camera out and got him right in the last second as he was running away. I finally got him. But so if he's coming, I guess now would be the time, but it doesn't seem like he is, considering these trails are pretty mushy. It's a little mushier than it was a year ago. Not too bad. All right, it's time to eat. Sorry, don't mind the massive amounts of smoke coming up. Some of this wood's a little wet. That's all right. That's okay. This adds interest to the shot, right? Anyway, big surprise tonight, guys. Tuna creations. It's actually been a few months. I know the joke is always, oh, I only eat tuna creations. It's been a few months, so I thought that it'd be time to dip into the tuna creations vault and just, you know, enjoy myself. So here we go. I always eat my tuna creations on a tortilla. I need a table. Here we go. Just putting it right on, directly on the tortilla. There's no middleman. I'm not gonna jazz it up with like a lemon squirt or a sprig of rosemary or any such thing. There's still some in there. Get out, come on, get out. Just right in there, that's it. I wish I had a slightly smaller tortilla. This is a lot of bread, says the guy drinking IPAs. Because it is so much bread. I'm gonna like literally take that much bread off, toss it in the fire, and just kind of tuck in the sides, roll it on up, and it's breaking in every way that it can break, but I'm gonna eat it. It's okay. It gets the job done. It's lightweight. It's small. But it's blowing the mind of no one. I got 2 more. I'm gonna sit here and eat them. I'm not gonna film you sitting here and eating them. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Well, it's been a fun night sitting around the campfire, having a couple of beers, eating some tunas, listening to there's a ton of wildlife around tonight. Some coyotes. I couldn't catch it on camera in time, but there's been some coyotes, just some shrieks, probably fox. Sounded like a rabbit got killed at some point. So that's been happening, but I'm going to bed. That's the next step. I'm gonna put this fire out here. I stoked it to light myself here. I'm putting it out, and once I do, I'm going to bed. And unless anything crazy happens in the night, I'll see you guys in a second. Well, that was a night's sleep anyway. I'm completely discombobulated in the hammock here. I don't know why. Something have to do with the hang. You know, you gotta sleep diagonally, and I had the sleeping pad diagonally, and it just over the night kind of slid more diagonally. So it's like hanging off the hammock, hitting the tarp. It's comfy, but I didn't sleep very well last night. It got a lot colder than they said it was going to. Not that that really mattered. I'm in a temperature rated bag. But yeah, it's just rough night. I thought it was gonna be a good night. Barely got any sleep last night. That was a bummer. So it's kind of early. I'm gonna just get up and get out. There's nothing more to say about it. Okay, well, my dreams are coming true because I am already all packed up, which is pretty stellar because I want to get out of here. It's so much colder this morning than it was forecast to be. And I'm cold and I gotta go home and I gotta do stuff. That was a relatively fun night. Had some beers, had some tuna creations, had a fire. Didn't get caught this time. That's nice. It's nice to not get caught. This has been a really fine little small plot. You can see the fire swimming over there. But this has been Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, new episodes of Small Plots every Tuesday. Hey, if you want to subscribe, you won't miss them. Yeah, I mean, you're at the end of the video. If you're not subscribing, that's just a little rude, don't you think? Don't you think? Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you on that goopy nexty. Mwah. It's metal. It's made. Oh, it's no use. Let's see if I'm gonna freak anybody out. Nope. Nobody cares. There's nobody here.